Oh, the new update is out and we got something amazing here, my friends. You're probably wondering why we're on the screen. Maybe you're not, but if you go into, yes, your mail right now, you get one of these right here behind me. You can claim this ticket and you're going to get your free 6-star Ardelia, Pogranichnik, Last Rite, Ember, Lifeng. One of those 5 is going to be yours here today. So what we're going to do is we're going to break them all down for you to help you figure out which one you're going to pick in today's episode. So thank you for tuning in. As always, as I break each of these down, I appreciate your support. Thank you for those likes and those subs as we build a amazing community here, my friends. As always, now viewers, chat, all of you watching, if you got those questions, if you have those comments, let us know. Additionally, feel free to join us in our amazing Discord server. We got a dedicated spot to this. If you got some questions, come hit us up there as well. So a couple things here. This is the new support, well, new update here, new support. Fiona's HR support is where I was going for your designated 6-star. Now, a couple things before I get into this. And before we help figure out which path we're going to go down, a few very, very key and important pieces. If you have one of these already, certainly if you're looking for diversity in your team, you can pick another one. What we will do is work our way through each of the strengths, each of the weaknesses, and give a final recommendation and why. We will do that here between each of these 5, okay? So the first thing to understand here as we get into it, we're going to look at our operator preview. And we're going to walk through each of these and where they kind of succeed here. Ember, in this case, on stats, has high attack speed is fast, skill uptime is very high, survivability is generally above average, energy cost is low to medium. All these things are extraordinarily important when we take a look at Ember specifically. We got the knockdown, we got HP treatment, we got a shield, the other attributes, the different parts here as well, as you can take a look and drill into it just like me. What does this mean in practice? Her damage or DPS is consistently high, so damage per second, but not bursty. She wastes very little time waiting on cooldowns. Her damage applies well to both mobs and elites, and she converts upgrades into damage very efficiently. Ember has the best DPS per investment curve. Every upgrade gives noticeable value, which is why she feels strong early and late game. All right. In terms of the next one, we got Lifeng here. Lifeng has a scaling monster, not an early carry. So few things on this: very high attack speed's medium, skill multipliers extremely high, again with that scaling. Survivability is low to medium, which means a little squishy. Energy cost is also high. Why she overtakes others late: her skills multiply base attack very hard. Gear plus base attack increases her output disproportionately. Elemental bonuses push her damage much higher than Ember's ceiling, as an example. Okay, so here again we got knockdown, we got physical succession, link, all the attributes here once again, all the different pieces that you again can take a look at. One of the key takeaways here: Lifeng's peak DPS is greater than Ember's, but only once you've invested very heavily. Before that, she's going to feel a little clunky and fragile. So some things to keep in mind as we kind of see those builds as well. Next one here, my friends, is Pogranichnik. Stat denial, raw damage right here. So isn't DPS, his value shows up in enemy stat reduction, not his own. So this is really important depending on your play style here. We got a low medium attack, control duration super high. This is a control-y operator here. Defense resistance is high, cooldown efficiency is excellent here. We have the SP recovery, we got the breach, again the other parts right there as well. Why does this matter? CC effectively reduces enemy DPS to 0. So as long as you can crowd control, you can just absolutely wreck stuff. So again, a different style of play. Instead of burst damage, now you're flipping it around, locking out your opponents. Those control windows increase team DPS more than another damage dealer would, make stamina management and positioning much easier. So as you move around the battlefield, as you manage your stamina, very important there. Stat takeaway: he raises effective team DPS by lowering enemy output once again. So you can lock in, deal more damage because of the fact that your opponents are effectively knocked out to that extent because you got some control in there. On paper, he's going to look weak. In combat, he saves, runs, my friends. Next, we got Ardelia. Yes, and one that I already have. A super fun one here. Ardelia's problem is dependency. Her stats spike hard, but only under conditions. So typical stat profile, medium to high, conditional here. Burst damage is very high. Uptime is low. Energy cost is medium to high. Why she feels inconsistent is because without elemental setup, her damage is average. You really need that setup. With setup, she deletes targets. There we go. Let's delete them. Downtime between bursts hurts sustained fights. And then key takeaways here on the stats. Ardelia has excellent bursts per second, but poor damage per minute unless the comp is built around her. So again, very dependent within that team, very dependent on some of these other conditions on the elemental pieces as well, but does have that high burst piece as well. The last one here that we have is going to be Last Rite. So much fun here. Many of you have commented on my videos already. Lots of fans of Last Rite for sure. Additionally here, Last Rite stats are though a bit deceptive on paper. Looks strong in practice. Error tolerance is low, my friends. Typical stat profile, attack is high, self-risk mechanics present, survivability is low, skill timing dependency is extreme. Why ranks low for most players? Missed timing, DPS loss on death, requires excellent stamina and positioning control, and then shines only in optimized low error play. Key stat takeaways that are theoretical DPS is high for sure, but real DPS can be inconsistent unless you play nearly perfect, and we're going to throw in where you're playing in the game. Okay, so all these things are very, very important depending on your play. So as we go back and take a look at all 5 of these, again, depending on your style of play, what you're looking for in your team, that's going to be a key breakdown, some considerations for you. And like I said, I have Ardelia. If I want to upgrade, that's a key thought or condition. However, as someone in terms of diversity, definitely going to pick something else. With mine, you're going to have to find that out here on the channel, which one it is later, my friends. So please feel free to like and subscribe and stay tuned here as we delete others out, of course. Now, a couple things though, going back to it, this is not the final take yet. We got a few more things to go back through here. Like I said, I'm going to give you your or my recommendation in terms of where we should go. Now, a couple things here. Best overall stat efficiency again is going to be Ember. Ember's strength is balanced stat distribution plus high uptime. That attack profile, like we talked about, is really, really helpful. A couple things why this is the best overall operator. Couple things: strong early, mid, and late game scaling, reliable DPS with low execution tax, and excellent against mixed enemy types. Synergizes well with elemental setups. Doesn't need perfect gear to feel good. In translation, if you could only build one of these first, it's going to be Ember. She works great in every scenario, my friends, which is really, really important as a new player. This is an excellent pick for you because as you continue to play, certainly we should hopefully get an opportunity to get more of these as well. And like I said at the beginning, it's going to depend on your headhunting already. We got a lot of opportunities to get some more. Now, if Ember's not going to be your choice or pick, another great long-term one, going back through it, is going to be Lifeng. Is certainly cracked later. High damage ceiling, rewards good position and timing skills extremely well with those upgrades. Strong and coordinated squads. The downside again is weak in terms of underinvestment. So if you do invest along the way, it should scale fine. The translation here is going to be Lifeng becomes disgusting once your base gear and rotations are online, my friends. Now, again, if you like a different style of play, the Control King right here is going to be yours. Why he's valuable: Pogranichnik. He has excellent in crowd control, great for learning enemy patterns, makes hard fights manageable, and enables weaker DPS teammates. Downside, not super flashy, won't solo carry damage checks. However, translation, he makes your team better, not your damage numbers. Now, again, that damage is seen through others. Very, very important there. Next, Ardelia, which is right here. Again, specialist, very niche powerhouse. Where she's going to shine is very strong in specific comps. Excellent with proper elemental support, good utility, burst windows. Where she struggles, needs setup, feels awkward without synergy. Translation, amazing if you know what you're already doing, frustrating if you don't. If you don't, stay tuned, my friends, because we're going to help you along the way. And last, of course, last right here. Why for now? Last game, late game tech pick, mechanically interesting, requires strong system knowledge, punishes mistakes hard, slowly early game payoff. Translation, last right is for players who already understand Endfield deeply. So our final verdict for you and for most players is going to be Ember. Like I said, if you're planning long-term mastery, it's going to be Lifeng. If you're looking at that crowd control and support, we're going to be right here with Pogra. And then additionally, my friends, certainly, of course, if you want to move down into the more, we'll say, touchy ones, Ardelia and Last Rite, these two are for you. But our net pick is going to be Ember. And particularly, again, as a new player here, what's going to carry us all the way through early, mid, and late game, have good scoring, good scaling, good solid take for us here. It's going to be right there. With that, my friends, thank you for tuning in here today. If you still got questions, if you got comments, let us know. Again, today was all about this efficiency with your new support ticket and your ability to collect an amazing new operator here. And we covered 5 of them that you get an opportunity with this here. I truly hope you enjoyed today's episode. We had a lot of fun breaking each of these down for you. I wish you the best of luck. Questions, comments, let me know. We'd love to hear from you, viewers, chat, everyone. Let us know in the comments. Additionally, feel free to join us in our amazing community Discord server. Lastly, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. I truly do appreciate it as we grow such an amazing community here. Such a fun, great game. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. And get out there, get going with these new operators, because we're going to absolutely crush it. Until next time, don't get deleted.